part of the lily family, and its flowers are this greenish white, and it's bell-shaped, and its fruit is this little tiny red berry, and it's native to the western coast of Europe, and it has been used as a vegetable and as medicine since ancient times. In fact, there is a recipe on how to cook asparagus in the oldest surviving book of recipes, Apicius' Dairy Coconut Book III, which dates back to the 3rd century A.D. Now, only the young shoots of the asparagus are prepared, but they're prepared in a number of different ways around the world. In Asia, stir fry. In the Cantonese, they serve it with beef and chicken and shrimp, or they wrap it in bacon. The French cuisine, they boil it or they steam it, and then they serve it with this delicious, rich cream sauce. Or, I mean, you can use it in soups or stews, or you can grill it. You can grill it, or you can use it as an ingredient in a salad. And I do believe that I love asparagus more than I've ever loved you, Barry.
You are a ridiculous person.
You think so? I don't. You see, I packed a suitcase.
I've got eyes.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving you. I'm going to explore the world. I'm going to find every place that they're cooking asparagus, and I'm going to collect their recipes. And I'm going to take lots of pictures, and I am going to write a book.
What a gas. If you could write a book.
I tell stories. I tell stories all the time.
Sometime.
You like that they're good.
I guess.
It's settled. I'm leaving. Goodbye, Barry.
Gabriella. Wait. Wait! What do you mean you love asparagus more than you love me? It's just a plant. I'm your only brother.
Just a plant. There's no need to be rude just because you're jealous.
It's nonsense. You can't run off and write a book about asparagus. You haven't even finished the school yet. What will mother and father say?
None of that is important. Listen, Barry, I hear the call.
Of your own delusion? What's even in this suitcase? Let's see here. Unbelievable. Pens, loose sheets of paper, and a camera. Not even a notebook.
Well,
Really, Gabriella?
I'll figure it out.
You're a fool.
You are so mean. You know, your meanness is part of why I'm leaving.
Is meanness even a word?
It is if I write it into my famous asparagus book.
Okay. Hey, Gabby. What's really going on here?
Nothing but what I told you. I'm going to leave this place. I'm going to escape you and my entire life. And the only thing that will matter is the asparagus and the road.
This wouldn't
The time
have
has come.
anything to do with a certain George Anderson breaking your heart into little tiny pieces?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Or the fact that you're not exactly in the family's good graces since that blow-up you had with grandmother?
Okay, well, her choice of pool attire is entirely inappropriate for a woman of her age, but again, no.
Please tell me this isn't based on a recent perusal of Eat, Pray, Love.
Gross, Barry. I mean, you know that book is for staffers.
Okay, so, why asparagus? Why now?
Because it's delicious.
And?
And because I think I will like the world.
And?
Well, I don't know, Barry, okay? But I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but I know that it can't be this small all the time, right? Or can it? I mean, is this really what I'm trying to be now? And forever is just be somebody's sister, somebody's daughter, somebody's sweetheart, somebody's student? I mean, until one day I get a job. And then I can just sit in the same place every day and just do it. Day after day. Year after year. I mean, until something exciting happens, like a hurricane, or maybe like a fire. But then in that case, I'd have to start all over again, right? I mean, is this really what I'm working towards here, Barry? Because, I mean, no, I don't have a plan. I don't have a plan for this adventure aside from the obvious asparagus angle. But God, it's gotta be better than this.
Yes, that is how everybody does it. Such is life.
I can't have that.
You've never been anywhere alone. You'll be at the mercy of everyone.
I can manage. I am very brave. In my imagination.
Strangers aren't made of what family is made of. They're not made of what classmates are made of, what servants are made of.
But I have to find myself.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Gabriella! A person doesn't find herself. She makes herself. Do you have any idea how ridiculous you sound, believing the person you're meant to be is prancing around out there somewhere without you, eating asparagus?
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, so this is who I'm trying to be. Someone exactly like you, someone with 2 weeks paid vacation. But if I play my cards right, 2 weeks in an entire year to live a life that I can love, that is not enough.
Well, no one thinks it's enough. No one wakes up happy every day. Maybe dying people. But nobody who has to worry about paying a mortgage and feeding his mouth. And people who are dragging through the dirt trying to scrounge up recipes for a book they can't write with money they don't have. Those people wake up least happy of all.
You assume.
I know.
How? How do you know, Barry? How? How do you know that me traveling the world and living like a vagabond and eating exotic vegetables and writing all my novel experience is going to make me miserable? How? Because you know what it looks to me like you're just jealous. You're jealous because I'm going to get away and I'm going to be free and I'm not going to have to be anything that I don't want to be. And you're going to be here working for grandfather. They'll probably just marry you off to some banshee in a cardigan. And you're going to be dreaming about me. Every night, just ecstatic with my asparagus. You know, you probably won't even read my book because you'll be too envious. A Life Among Beets by Barry Croft.
The beet, Beta vulgaris, is a plant, Chenopodiaceae family. Its most well-known cultivated variety is the red or purple garden vegetable known as the beetroot or garden beet. It has a long history of cultivation, stretching back to the 2nd millennium BC, and leafy varieties of the plant were grown throughout its history, though these waned in popularity following the introduction of spinach. The leaves are heart-shaped, and flowers are produced in very small, dense spikes, tinged reddish, with 5 petals each. They are wind-pollinated. The fruit is a cluster of hard nutlets.
But I don't understand.
They let me go once, and they will let you go too, if you beg them. Because they already know what it took me years of disappointment to find out. It doesn't matter how enamored you are of a vegetable. You cannot see.
I don't even remember you being gone so long.
You were very young.
You never told me?
What was there to tell? In Eastern Europe, I ate beet borscht. In New Zealand, I had them pickled on a hamburger. In southern states, they make them into jams and jellies. Is it lovely? Is it fascinating? No! It's frivolous. It's a waste of time to write a book about a vegetable. What does it contribute? Nothing. Whom does it help? Whom does it make richer, happier, or even smarter?
You.
Perhaps, in time. But for a moment only, not in the long run.
Okay, and what? What has made you happy in the long run?
Nothing, nothing else, but my time is valuable.
Why? Why, Barry? Because you can charge people for it? Because you have a solid product at the end of the day that people can use and then stomp or kick on and forget about? I mean, come on, Barry, you know the world is full of widgets and automotive parts and insurance policies and inkjet printers. But look, a book about bees. I mean, this is love.
Drivel.
That is hundreds of hours of unpaid love and sweat and anxiety. That is a gift. Barry, that is a gift that the world gave you and you gave back. You can't see it now because you're too old. How much this means to me. You have made up my mind. You've made up my mind that I have to be somewhere else, not here, doing something, not this, or else I won't be able to stay a human being much longer.
You know that the family won't speak to you. Understand. Mother and I may cry, softly, restrainedly, on your birthday, but that will be all. That is what happened to me. You'll be a disgrace, self-indulgent, foolish, ungrateful. That's what they'll say about you Thanksgiving. Grandfather's idea of success and yours is very different.
Success. I don't need, I just need a way of getting by, not a way of getting rich. I know that however I resolve the question that is my livelihood on this asparagus quest, I am likely to be poor, I know. But, I mean, I've had money my entire life, and now I want something just altogether better.
Better than food in your mouth and a pillow for your head?
Yes, better than locks to keep out the thieves and bars to keep in the spirit. I mean, I am meant for larger rooms. I will have given the world a book it never had before.
And what if the world isn't interested? Certainly it paid no notice to a life among beasts.
There is a risk with any gift. But I will console myself with the fact that for the very first time, I will have been a giver and not a taker. I will have handed something over without any expectation of return. And that will feed my soul, and I will never have to come home again.
You used to be such a practical girl.
Yeah. I used to be happy and dumb. And now I'm wiser. I'm wiser, and I'm just filled with this wonderful dissatisfaction that heralds the beginning to all grand adventures. I mean, I just can't be a lump any longer. I have something to explore, something to give, and I can't just wait around and have somebody ask me for it. I mean, you must remember, brother. I mean, we don't do these things because they're easy, but because something inside of us will just eat us alive if we don't. I mean, this is how we evolve. May I take a life among beasts along with me?
Yes. Please do.
Well, I guess this is adieu, brother.
Don't let anything send you home. Promise me.
I promise.
Especially not your own fear.
I swear.
Or Cantonese chefs, who are notoriously cranky.
I am not afraid.
Good.
No.
Godspeed, little one. The hardest thing I think about creating a new work is that no one requires it. No one asks. No one's lying awake at night waiting for you to be ready. And it's hard to shape something without the framework of expectations. It's hard to invent when you have no one but yourself to disappoint. We must assemble whatever pieces come our way. Yes? Yes. And the world will have a new voice. And the little vegetable book. 2 small graces didn't happen.